And the only way to do things in this world, I've learned, is live. What better way than 201 Live? It's K1W action, where the light heavyweights and the women assert their dominance for the world to see. Surgeon McMahon calling the action tonight. And as always, hello and how do. Finally here. This is the go home show before Aftershock. And we're going to get right down to business as we have a little score to settle with Vicky Rivers and Nancy Bay as the war between YNVS and Crossface Pro rages on. This is the opening bout. Stay tuned. Things are just getting warmed up. One of the most dominant women in all of professional sports today.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Miami, Florida, Victoria Rivers.
Representing YNVS. They have a little unit aside from the henchman, the bossman, the right hand to the right hand, and then the boss, who's the DJ, who's the GM, who's the commissioner. You know, YNVS has a little bit of everything. And again, aside from all that, there's this other section, this other little unit called the Women's Unit. And it contains two of the most dominant women you will see this side of virtual pro wrestling. And one of them, this one in particular, Vicky Rivers, has had quite a dominant streak as of late, hotly off the heels of an impressive K1W Intercontinental Women's Championship reign, which she is looking to retain, or I should say regain, very soon. But as stiff as her determination might be, and I have known it to have quite the upwards mobility pattern attributed, or one could akin it to, shall we say, since it's a mature audience, something like an erection of sorts. She has only been going up. She might want to get that checked out. Yeah.
Oh, she's good. She's good.
I'm talking about the pit stops. She had the gold, and then she didn't have the gold.
And her opponent,
She knows.
from Venice Beach, California, Nancy Bay.
You gotta remember to give JoJo some respect. I swear, I try to lay out a little bit for JoJo, because you never know when she's gonna pop up. It's almost like you're surprised by it every week, even though you get accustomed to these entrances. Shout out to the entrances. I kind of feel bad for the fans. like we were talking about earlier with these entrances, because the music that accompanies these tracks or these entrances more times than not, you don't really get to see the intricacies or why the lights and the fireworks mean so much. But these women are about to embark on a new meaning, and that is sportsmanship. As they did a little square dance before it was time to tangle. And opening this bout, Nancy Bay with a few short arm knife edge chops and some suplexes that has Vicky Rivers a little worse for wear. Fighting back now with the assist from the corner. Here comes Snake Eyes, courtesy of Vicky Rivers. And the white with the gold trim. Hashtag you're welcome. You know, I think somebody like Nancy Bay might, and a nice counter here by Nancy Bay, and Vicky Rivers able to telegraph her reversal. That's what you call catch can wrestling here in K1W. These women putting on a show in the early goings of this matchup. Bay laid out in the corner momentarily, fighting back. Oh, and she just decked Rivers with that standing sidekick full of P and V. Oh. The hands, I'd say the motion, perhaps the force in the hands. Vicky Rivers might need to be checked. It looks rather lethal. Perhaps she might need to get those things registered. Pardon me. This action here is just so fast paced. And now we have Vicky Rivers showing her strength here. Another Snake Eyes and a scoop slam for good measure. And Nancy Bay is down. Fired up here is Rivers. Pump handle. Oh!
Oh my God!
And a pendulum neck breaker. And a 1 count. I will tell you, Nancy Bay might not be the strongest woman in this division, but my God, she is resilient, showing her tenacity here as she has an upward hill climb, and she hopes to get the victory here over Vicky Rivers, who has dominated the majority of this matchup. Rivers again showing the power. Almost like a snap power slam. And she gets the cover, but only good for 2. This matchup has been all Rivers, as Nancy Bay has shown a difficult time to get out of the starting gate. Oh, she will definitely be feeling that one in the morning. That Uranagi. Wait a minute. And she's flying, just tossing her body relentlessly. Another Uranagi. And a knee shot to the temple. And another one for good measure. And Bay might be out. Nancy Bay getting a grapple. And just kind of snatched her out of the air with that front forward slam. Forearm shot, no good. Fireman's carry is, though. Nancy Bay showing she has a little power to her game. Nice power bomb. As it was like more like a vertical suplex to start with, and she modified it and drove her down for the sit-out power bomb, showing she has some technical prowess to her game, and the referee calling the rope break as Vicky Rivers is showing her wherewithal to get her foot on the ropes. Nicely done by the veteran. And now Bay showing she does have some power to her game. A gut wrench sit out power bomb. Good for 2. Nancy Bay showing it's not how you start, it's how you finish, as she still has a chance to win this matchup. And a bit of a misdirection there on both competitors. Vicky Rivers. Oh my God, cookies! Nicely done. And look at this. Putting a little oomph on it, showing that she is indeed ready to finish. Wow. Innovative maneuver there. It's like a sidewinder complete shot. There's some shots here by Nancy Bay, who just took one and is still showing resilient effort here. That never say die attitude again on full display by Nancy Bay. What a matchup this has been. Bay going for the finish. This might be it here. And no, Vicky Rivers gets the shoulder up. And Crossface Pro does it again with one of their classic hits. And this might be the finish. 1, 2, 3. And this one is in the books. Perhaps the referee was a little faster than I could call it. Hey, you got to watch the match, not me. Well, that's my job. I am the announcer. And this match, from pillar to post, bell to bell.
Nancy Bay.
That's crazy.
An exhilarating opener. And your winner, Nancy Bay, the newest member of the Faction of Fear, her heading her own division there, the Femmes of Fear. She is definitely one to be feared. Impressive performance here. And we are back. And this matchup has some high stakes, as the winner of this matchup will get to challenge for the World Championship at Aftershock. I do believe YNVS is in possession of that World Championship, as it is currently held by Samantha Berry. So this is a high-stakes affair. Elise Del Monte set to take on Callie Alexia Anderson, and a square dance between, a square off, if you will, between YNVS and House of Gotham. This match happens next. And a bit of a correction. Elise Del Monte does not represent YNVS, my era. She represents the House of Jefe.
Making her way to the ring from Jersey City, New Jersey, the Boss, EDM.
And you know, it's one thing to be the boss, but it's something totally different to be the boss lady. And that's indeed what Elise Del Monte has been as of late, as she has been so dominant that she is well deserved of this opportunity tonight. And she has been a crowd favorite as of late. We'll see if that is enough, if she can ride this wave of momentum against the legend.
And her opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, the icon, Kelly Alexia Anderson.
And you see the Gotham City legend in the background momentarily, as Kelly Alexia Anderson is the queen of Gotham. She knows what she has come here to do, and she knows the stakes on the line, and she has to understand and be able to rise to the occasion. And who better than her? The very first women's champion in our illustrious history here.
K1W.
This is a high stakes affair if I've ever seen one.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what a shot. And this will not be for the faint of heart, as these women are a bit more aggressive sometimes than the men in terms of the action and the lengths that they're willing to go. Stiff clothesline there by Del Monte. The lengths that they're willing to go to prove a point and get the win, as you will see that on full display. These women have been unrelenting, and that will be tested here. Drop kick misses. Del Monte rolling out, momentarily gets out of danger, can't escape the neck breaker. Nice sidewinder action on that neck breaker by Anderson. Was draped out and dripped out in the white. Del Monte in that classic money green. Oh, and another spiraling neck breaker that makes Del Monte the next recipient of course, of boots and a whirling knee, if you will, that rolling knee. Nice, innovative reversal here by Del Monte. I swear, Del Monte has a skill set that just will never let you down, as she has been causing quite the ruckus, just tearing through the women's division as of late. And a nice chop block. And Anderson showing you exactly how nice she thought it was. Taunting, now right back to business, targeting the knee. 2 strikes here. Del Monte setting up the vertical suplex. Textbook. Shot to the gut. And a snap suplex. Del Monte showing she's very technically sound. And that right there, folks, ain't nothing technical about that. That's just straight up viciousness. A gut stomp. A little chase by these women. And that drop kick might have sent all the air right out of Anderson. If not, that bulldog will definitely do it. Anderson down momentarily. Back to her feet. And another snap suplex. Pendulum backbreaker. And not this time, says Anderson. Fires back with an uppercut and a spear. Del Monte down with the assist from the ropes.
K1W.
Oh, and she stole it.
K1W.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
God damn it. So quick.
Here is your winner, the icon, Kelly Alexia Anderson.
And what an upset here. Anderson showing, wow.
What?
The veteranship, I guess you could say, just to get the quick assist. And boy, that got snuffed out.
Out of nowhere.
She will challenge Samantha Berry at Aftershock. Shouts out to Gotham as we mosey on. Wow. Wow. So rumor has it, Knox, like always, he doesn't, I've noticed for quite some time, he doesn't wait for contenders. He goes out and pulls men, victims, if you will. And rumor has it, he's going to call somebody out tonight. Buyer beware. This one might get ugly. I'm wasting no time. It's about the fastest I've ever seen him move in my life.
Word.
Not showing that he's understood the dominant role that he's had in K1W for years now. And again, it looks as if these two have been going at it as of late, and it's no surprise that Knox wants to put his championship on the line against this man.
K1W. Yes, sir.
Like I said, Knox is not a stranger to calling people out, being the champion. You know how different and unorthodox that is? To be the champion and just call people out. Normally the champion gets called out for those not keeping score. Knox is a man cut from a different cloth, and the Gotham City Soldier has seemed to answer the call. Letting him know that he will not back down. And neither is Knox, apparently. Showing that this match will be trending media. I'm not quite sure what he's talking about here. I haven't mentioned cereal. My favorite cereal is Rice Krispie Treats. But how about this? The Soldier firing back. Oh shit. It's getting thick like grandma's gravy. And the Soldier signaling that this is coming to a boiling point. Boiling point it truly is, as Knox is unloading. And look at this, the Soldier fires back with a DDT. And Knox not letting this one pass. And these two are getting it on. And the Soldier, what a maneuver there. And this is just erupted. A war of words.
Where are the refs?
Has resulted in an all-out brawl between these two. Speaking of the refs, the officials got to get down here. Knox just cleaned house. And there's the ref. And like I said before, challenge issued and accepted. And what an explosive announcement that was. As a Gotham City legend, I want to say will challenge Knox, but Knox is the champion, and the champion has challenged the Soldier. That matchup is going to be a war come Aftershock, but tonight we have some business to address, as this matchup will address the winner of the Diamond Division Championship set to take place at Aftershock, as one of these men will challenge the man that comes out of the match between Dino Hosakoi and Hiro Tanaka. as we have Valentine versus Lucian Hernandez versus Justin Deuce. This is your 201 Live main event. Stay tuned. Rumor has it this matchup is going to go out with a bang. And here he comes, Justin Deuce, the party man, Mr. Up All Night. Mr. No Days Off, if you will.
Making his way to the ring from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 195 pounds, the natural Justin Deuce.
You know, I've been a fan of this man for quite some time, and I mean, you know, I've got to admit, it's very easy to do. His offense is infectious, and so is his approach and his attitude towards everything. Very risque, if you will, but he walks to the beat of his own drum, and from what I've seen, just about every other drum, as he is a party animal. He brings that ultra excitement to his repertoire as a lead ring general, if you will, because he's a former Diamond Division champion, and he is looking to recapture that gold sooner rather than later. But he has
K1W.
stout competition here.
Yes, sir.
As Valentine, representing Crossface Pro, has been in a role since his triumphant return just a short few weeks ago, and now he's hoping to recapture a championship that he has held once before. Telling you, these men are all accomplished with one goal in mind, and that is to recapture some gold. The super smooth one. And this glorious entrance. And I've been watching these people, especially the ones in the front row. They have their jaws dropped in awe of his glory. Shouts out to Crossface Pro. Definitely sparing no expense in that entrance. And now representing Gotham, the House of Gotham, that is. And there you see the Gotham City legend, the leader of Gotham.
And from Manhattan, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Prince, Luenzer Hernandez.
One of the sons of Gotham, Lucian Hernandez. Correction, you know, whereas all these men have their sights set on gold, I do believe Lucian is the only one of the three that has not tasted Diamond Division gold. So he has a chance of a lifetime here, as he's been on a roll as of late. And to see what Gotham has been doing as of late, not to beat a dead horse, I'm pretty sure they would love
He live we here.
for
Yes here.
Lucian
K1W.
to come out on
K1W.
top here.
K1W. Yes sir. Going live today.
Wow. Shouts out to the chat via YouTube. We appreciate your support. Much like Justin Deuce appreciates the support of Valentine. Valentine switching his target, and they're not paying off here. I think. Nice. Lucian just crashed the party. And getting in on the action, and Valentine dishing it out in copious amounts. Now I'm going back to the man of the hour. Lucian taking firm control. At least he needs to know his role. Missing the snapmare was Deuce. And Valentine cleaning a table. And I gotta tell you folks, I don't think he's setting it for dinner. Valentine being stopped in his tracks by Justin Deuce. And now Deuce being stopped in his tracks by Lucian. Lucian now with a handful of hair setting Deuce up on the table. And ow, a shot there. As Deuce's face just got sent face first, and now, speaking of face first, the face of Valentine just met Bat. Bat wins, and Bat, I've got to tell you, will win more times than not. Oh! And the power slam as Lucian tries to get the early win here. Valentine for the save.
Yes,
fast-paced affair here. Main event match.
K1W. Yes sir. Going live today. Live all
And Justin Deuce hot dogging a little bit to whatever tune he has in his head at the moment. And Valentine in the corner with a few elbows, dropping Hernandez. And Deuce picking up the scraps. And fires back with an Ozu lariat. Speaking of picking up the scraps, Lucian able to clean house. And now Valentine. Wow! 2-for-1 special! Valentine putting body on the line with a moonsault, hitting both men, and is still showing his strike prowess. Lucian able to telegraph it using an inverted DDT, and now has set his sights on Deuce, who wants to get a piece of those cookies. Can't waste the cookies. And he gets a flatliner, and Lucian perhaps not paying attention to those rules. Valentine being spared a bit. Gets an arm drag in on Deuce. Now gets his hand slapped down by Lucian, who sends him smack dab into the apron. Valentine bouncing off and firing back here, gets an arm drag that sends Lucian whirling. And a headbutt that just will stop traffic. As indeed it stopped the strikes and everything that Hernandez had going. And Hernandez is in trouble now. What's this? Flexing on him. for the power slam finish. And Valentine, recipient of another flatliner, and his pulse might stop after that one. Oh shit. Kill switch. Looking for. Yeah, the referee just laid out for that one. And Justin Deuce looking to be excused. And Valentine fired up now. Cross body. And this has been a high intense, high octane match, and that headbutt was thunderous. And Valentine trying to clear space. And that standing side switch gutbuster will definitely do just that. Clear some space. Maybe in the gut regions. And a save here by Justin Deuce, who takes it out with the air afterwards. Lucian looking for powerbomb. 1, 2, and 3. And Deuce just got a forearm press. They just put him out. Taking a spill to the outside. And Valentine, cartwheel, and a knee strike.
A competitor has been eliminated.
And Lucian is out of here. Thanks for coming. And now we are down to 2. And I guess even though he eliminated him, Valentine didn't get the message. Wanted to send him packing with a little bit extra. As that high air attempt came crashing down on Lucian, and that, Jesus, Christmas, that headbutt has been a calling card, very vicious calling card. Valentine, and it has been paying dividends in this matchup. And so has the assist by that ring post, as Deuce might be out of it. And again, this is the main event. Valentine, it's a fireman's carry. He's having his way with Deuce at the moment, sending him back into the ring. Valentine going for a drop kick, and Justin Deuce stopped in his tracks, and Valentine fires back with a spinning back kick. And not this time. The headbutt does not find a home. And Justin drops the Deuce. 2. And Valentine gets a shoulder up. And Deuce now with a hip toss. And taking a minute. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. A leg drop in style. You gotta love this guy. Little salsa, huh? Oh, and it almost sent these people home. In the mood. In a vibe, if you will. Valentine sent to the corner. And Justin Deuce is moonwalking. I swear this guy has moves for days. Speaking of a move, What a kick, a super kick. And Justin Deuce might have just gotten stopped in his tracks again. And that headbutt on target. And an unlikely assist from an apparent glitch here. And a counter. Nicely timed sleeper slam. Try saying that 5 times fast. I dare you. And another. Tried and true. Dropping the deuce. Good for 1.
A competitor has been
2 and a
eliminated.
3. And Justin Deuce gets a future title shot at a championship that he has long since been sorting after. It's been quite some time. But he will get a shot at redemption.
Here is your winner, the natural Justin Deuce.
What a finish that was. And the party animal is feeling alive, perhaps more alive than ever, as he's got a future date with the champion. And this is 201 Live, and this has been your main event from the voice, Surgeon McMahon, with a little assist from DJ D. Preezy. We bid you all farewell. Signing off. Good night, folks.